morning, good afternoon, good evening, YouTubers around the country and around the world. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament proclaims His handiwork. I don't know if you can see that, but the moon is up. It's a fairly new moon, first quarter. I'll have it right in the middle of the screen there. You should be able to see it. I can't see anything because it's black. The screen is black. I can't see anything. Now, the moon is there, and I think you can see the sun is over there. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so that's positioning. Now, next time somebody tells you that the moon's phases are caused by the Earth's shadow, I don't think so. All the eclipses and everything is caused by the Earth being in between this Earth and in between the sun and the moon, and the side of the moon between the sun, the Earth and the sun. Yeah. Anyway, got an eclipse coming up here, April 8th, 9th. Is life going to change? We don't know. Look at that beautiful blue sky, though. One or two long gone chemtrails, but pretty clear, at least above me. Anyway, God bless everyone. Just out here meditating and grounding. Got my, you call it a restorative pose. You put your feet above your heart, and they're against a tree, and then hold that position for 15 minutes. You can put them on a pillow, lay back in the recliner, and put them up on a something, and 15 minutes, your restorative pose just gives you energy and strength and rest. And then also my feet are grounded. The tree is grounded, right? The tree's an antenna, a well-grounded antenna. So my feet are grounded. I spent 15 minutes grounding and in the restorative pose grounding. Now I'm going to swing. I love this real hammock chair, RIO, real hammock chair. I can just sit here and rock against a tree. I do 100 rocks. That pumps your lymph system. So, get you all sick here. Heave ho, doo doo, hoist those colors high. No. Talked to a friend this morning, and he's going through divorce. And he said, God moves in mysterious ways. He said, I'm going to continue to be positive, and I'm not going to be angry, and I don't want to get bitter. And I said, yeah, don't do that. Just deal with it, accept it the best you can, do the best you can for the children. They have 4 children. So I finished the whole thing for him. I said, God moves in a mysterious way, His wonders to perform. He plants His footsteps on the sea and rides upon the storm. Deep in unfathomable minds of never-failing skill, He treasures up His bright designs and works His sovereign will. Ye fearful saints, fresh courage, touch the clouds ye so much dread are big with mercy and will breaking blessings on your head. Judge not the Lord by feeble sense, but trust Him for His grace. Behind a frowning providence He hides a smiling face. Blind unbelief is sure to err and stand His work in vain. God is His own interpreter, and He will make it plain. The bud may have a bitter taste, but sweet will be the flower. Did I do that one? God moves in mysterious ways, wonders to perform. God deeply judges blind unbelief. That's His purposes will ripen fast, unfolding every hour. The bud may have a bitter taste, but sweet will be the flower. And the wind with the clouds, and clouds you so much dread are big with mercy and will break in blessings on your head. So God deeply judges blind unbelief. So I can remember the whole thing by that. Just one word will give you the whole hymn, the whole poem, whatever you want to call it, song. Have a song in your heart. Yeah, if something bad happens, start singing. When I was bottomed out the truck the other night and I was stuck, and I got stuck at 6:30. I got out at 1:30. It was getting really, really cold. And I just sat there and I started singing, A Mighty Fortress is Our God. And then I remembered Matt's off-road recovery out in Utah, Hurricane Utah. And all the times I'd air down the tires to 8 pounds. And so I was just being calm and don't ever panic. If you're in a sort of bad situation, don't panic. Panic kills. Do not panic. Just get your wits about you and stay. If you're lost or you're in an accident, just stay with the vehicle. Do not go anywhere, because you get more lost and you make it harder for people to find you. Stay with the vehicle. If you went down in a plane, stay with the plane. If you went down in the vehicle, stay with the vehicle. Burn that into your head. Don't do anything. Don't do anything stupid. Don't panic. Be calm. Be calm in your soul. My friend Bill Child spent a lot of years in Alaska building full scribed Swedish type log cabins where you can't slip a paper in between the logs. And when they finished his cabin on Christmas Eve, moved in, lit up a fire in a 55-gallon barrel stove, double stove. Took 2 weeks to melt the ice off of the walls on the inside. 2 weeks of running that thing at full blast to melt the ice off the walls on the inside. So I asked him one time, though, I said, what is the most important thing if you're in a survival situation? He said, you got to force your mind to be where your body's at. And that's the exact same thing Papa Bear said. Papa Bear Whitmore was a survival expert. He was a mountain man who went out. He was the advisor for Jeremiah Johnson, the movie. They made 3 completely authentic Hawken rifles and gave one to Robert Redford, one to Papa Bear, and one to the director, Robert B. Zemeckis, I think it was. 3 of them. And I held that in my hands, Papa Bear's in my hands at his house in Wheat Ridge, Colorado, in a big teepee. He said, you can handle anything here. I was in the house, but class was held out in the PT. My wife, my ex-wife, former wife, unfortunately, my 2 oldest children, Anna and Ian, took the class, hunter safety class with him. Oh my God. You know, we would not be alive. None of us would be alive if it weren't for him. I took a hunter safety class when I first started hunting. Had to take one. I wanted a one-day one. I went and took it with him. The only one-day one I could find, and 60% was on survival. And the biggest thing he drilled in my head was, don't panic, don't panic. Well, we got stuck four-wheel driving, a Volkswagen, 66 Volkswagen Bug with my wife and my 2 oldest children in it, up Weston Pass, Colorado. And packed snow, no big deal. I got driving the Bug, you know. Packed snow. Well, suddenly we fell through. We were in 3 feet, not 3 inches of snow, but 3 feet of snow. We dug for 3 hours, and then we walked out for 6 hours with our children on our back. And we would not have survived if it had not been for Papa Bear's class. So don't panic. Just be calm. And what Papa Bear says is, be where you are at. Hug a tree. Sit down. Just grab that tree and hold on to it. Don't go anywhere. Be grounded. Another good thing about that. You're grounded. The tree grounds you. Rest, relax, calm yourself, and think through your situation. Force your mind to be where your body's at. Your body's here, and it needs to stay there. And you need to think through what you have. What do I have here to help me? You know, so many times Papa Bear would see people dead, and there's no reason to. They had fuel, they had fire starter, they had everything they needed to stay alive, but they would die because they thought they had to have food. That's the stupidest thing in the world. I gotta eat. I gotta find something to eat. I gotta find something to eat. No, you need to have shelter, because in 3 hours you're gonna freeze to death, or you're gonna get hypothermia. So, shelter's number 1 survival criteria. Within 3 hours you need shelter. Within 3 days you need water. Within 3 weeks you need food. You're not gonna starve to death for 3 weeks, so don't worry about it. Don't get in a panic over food, you know. So, I want to starve to death. No, you're not. You might get hungry, but it's a big deal. All right. God moves in a mysterious way, his wonders to perform. He plants his footsteps on the sea, and he rides upon the storm. Deep and unfathomable, you can't fathom the minds that he delves his treasures out of. In unfathomable minds of never-failing skill, he never fails. He treasures up his bright designs and works his sovereign will. He is sovereign over every single thing that happens. Over the smallest detail, he's sovereign over that. If you've been through hellacious experiences, women, men too, but you know, women, single mothers, if you've been through some bad experiences as a child, know that there's a purpose in that. You turn pain to purpose. Listen to Dr. Paul. Pain to purpose. If you have pain, turn it into a purpose in life. Help other people through what you've been through. Be a blessing to someone else. So he treasures up his bright designs and works his sovereign